How many hours of sleep are enough for senior after 70 to live longer? Senior health tips. When we talk about living a longer, healthier life after 70, most people immediately think about eating more vegetables, walking every day, or taking the right vitamins. Those things matter, of course, but there's something far simpler, far quieter, and far more powerful that often gets overlooked. It doesn't come in a bottle, it doesn't require a gym membership, and it doesn't cost a penny. Yet it can influence how sharp your mind stays, how strong your body feels, and even how many years you get to enjoy with the people you love. I'm talking about sleep. Real, deep, good quality sleep. Now I know what some of you are thinking. At my age, my sleep isn't what it used to be. You might wake up several times during the night, or find yourself rising with the sun, whether you want to or not. Maybe you're napping more than you used to, or you feel like the idea of 8 straight hours is a luxury you haven't had in years. And that's okay. In fact, that's normal. But normal doesn't mean it's something to ignore. How you sleep at this stage of life has a direct line to how well you age. Here's the truth. Your body is still working hard for you every single night, even when you think you're just lying there doing nothing. Your heart gets a rest. Your muscles repair themselves. Your brain clears out waste that, if left unchecked, could cloud your thinking and memory. In those quiet hours, your immune system is training itself, preparing to defend you against illness. Sleep is the workshop where your body does the maintenance it can't do while you're awake. Skip that maintenance too often and little problems start to pile up, sometimes in ways you can't see until they've already stolen years from your life. But here's something remarkable. Science has shown that it's not just the fact that you sleep, it's how much and how well you sleep that really matters for longevity. Too little and your body can't keep up with repairs. Too much and you may be signaling deeper health issues that also shorten life. The sweet spot is different for everyone, but finding it can be the key to waking up not just rested but healthier and stronger than the day before. Think about this. If you're 70 now, and you sleep for the right amount of time in a way that truly restores you, the next decade of your life could be your sharpest, your most independent, and your most joyful. Imagine having the mental clarity to remember every detail of your grandchild's face, the physical energy to take that trip you've been dreaming about, and the emotional steadiness to truly enjoy each day. That's what good sleep can do. It's not just about adding years to your life, but life to your years. So in this conversation, we're going to explore what really happens to your sleep after 70. Why those changes aren't necessarily bad, and how you can work with your body instead of against it. We'll look at what the research says about the ideal number of hours for people your age, the dangers of too little or too much, and the simple senior-friendly steps you can take to protect this precious part of your health. By the end, you won't just understand why sleep matters, you'll know how to make it work for you every single night for the rest of your life. Number 1. Why sleep changes after 70. You know, when you were in your 20s, you could sleep like a log for 8 or 9 hours and wake up feeling ready to take on the world. But after 70, things can feel different. You might wake up at 4 a.m. without an alarm clock, or find yourself dozing off in the recliner in the middle of the afternoon. That's not just you, it's biology. As we age, our internal clock, what scientists call the circadian rhythm, starts to shift. The hormones that help us drift into deep, satisfying sleep, like melatonin, naturally decrease. It's like your body's sleep software is running an older version, and it doesn't update as quickly as it used to. Your muscles, your metabolism, your brain chemistry, all of these are subtly changing after 70, and each change affects how you sleep. You might find that you fall asleep earlier, or you wake up more often during the night, or you need a short nap in the afternoon to recharge. This isn't a sign that your body doesn't want rest anymore. It's a sign that it's adjusting how it uses rest. But here's the important thing. Just because your sleep pattern changes, doesn't mean you need less sleep overall. In fact, your body still craves deep restorative rest. It's just that the way you get it might be different from when you were younger. One 74-year-old woman I spoke to told me, "I wake up 3 or 4 times a night and I thought I was broken." But after talking with her doctor, she realized that those wake-ups were normal for her age. The key was making sure she still got enough total hours of quality sleep. even if it was split between nighttime rest and daytime naps. Think of your sleep after 70 like a patchwork quilt. A few hours here, a few hours there, but together they make something warm, comforting, and life-giving. Number 2. The science of sleep and longevity. Let's talk about why sleep is not just a nice thing to have. It's a life extender. Inside your body, every single night there's a repair crew that comes out only when you're sleeping. They work on fixing damaged cells, balancing your hormones, cleaning out waste from your brain, and even fine-tuning your immune system so it's ready to fight off illness. When you slip into deep sleep, scientists call it NREM, or non-rapid eye movement sleep, your body does most of its physical repairs. Your tissues heal, your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, giving your arteries a rest. And then there's REM sleep, where your brain becomes the star of the show. This is when memory consolidation happens. Your mind takes what you learned during the day and files it neatly away so you can recall it later. REM sleep also helps with problem solving, emotional regulation, and creativity. Now here's where it gets exciting. Research shows that seniors who consistently get enough quality sleep have lower risks of Alzheimer's, heart disease, stroke, and even certain cancer. One long-term study followed older adults for more than a decade and found that those who got a healthy range of sleep lived significantly longer than those who regularly got too little or too much. The trick is, it's not just about hours. A 7-hour night filled with deep, uninterrupted cycles can be far more powerful than a 9-hour night where you're tossing and turning. Quality beats quantity. Sleep is also your secret weapon against inflammation, which is a major driver of aging. Chronic inflammation has been linked to everything from arthritis to heart trouble, and one of the most natural anti-inflammatory treatments you have is free. It's called a good night's sleep. Think of sleep as the world's most powerful natural medicine. No prescription needed, no side effects, just your body doing what it was designed to do. When you respect it, protect it, and make it a priority, you're giving yourself more than rest. You're giving yourself time, more years, more memories, and more life to enjoy. Number 3. The sweet spot. How many hours do seniors over 70 really need? Let's get straight to the question everyone wants answered. How many hours should you actually be sleeping after 70 if you want to live longer and feel better? You've probably heard the classic 8 hours a night rule repeated for decades. But here's the truth. While 8 hours might be a good benchmark for many adults, research shows that the real sweet spot for seniors over 70 usually falls somewhere between 6 and 8 hours of actual good quality sleep in a 20. Notice I said good quality, because the number on the clock doesn't mean much if those hours are restless, interrupted, or shallow. Why not less? Because going too far below 6 hours consistently can start to chip away at your health. Your body doesn't get the time it needs to go through all the deep sleep stages that keep your heart healthy, your mind sharp, and your immune system strong. Think of it like cutting a repair job short. The crew never gets to finish fixing what needs fixing. And why not more? Because sleeping more than 9 hours regularly, especially if it's unplanned or accompanied by daytime fatigue, can be a red flag for underlying issues. Anything from low thyroid function to early signs of neurological changes. Oversleeping is sometimes the body's way of signaling that it's fighting something deeper. But here's where it gets personal. The exact right amount for you depends on your overall health, your daily activity level, and even your genetics. Some people feel incredible after 6.5 hours of solid, uninterrupted rest. Others need closer to 8. The key is to listen to your body in the morning and throughout the day. Do you wake up feeling clear-headed, steady, and ready to move? Or do you need multiple cups of coffee just to feel human? That's your body talking. One 72-year-old gentleman I met swore he only needed 5 hours a night because he had always been a light sleeper. But when he tracked his sleep for 2 weeks and compared it with his energy levels, he realized he was nodding off during TV shows, forgetting small details, and feeling irritable without knowing why. Once he gently pushed his sleep closer to 7 hours, the difference in his mood and memory was night and day. The goal isn't to copy someone else's number, it's to find your sweet spot, protect it, and make it as consistent as possible. When you do, you give your body the exact fuel it needs to keep going strong for years to come. Number 4. The hidden dangers of too little sleep. We've all had the occasional night where we toss and turn until 2 a.m., then drag ourselves through the next day. 1 or 2 nights like that, you'll recover. But when short sleep becomes the norm, when you're consistently getting less than 6 hours of quality rest, the effects start to stack up in ways you can't afford to ignore after 70. First, there's the risk of fall. Sleep deprivation slows your reflexes and weakens your balance. For someone in their 70s, that can turn a simple trip over the edge of a rug into a serious injury. A broken hip or a bad fall can steal independence in a matter of seconds. Then there's your immune system. Without enough rest, it's like showing up to a fight with half your armor missing. Your body is more vulnerable to infections, viruses, and even slower recovery times from illnesses you could normally shrug off. For older adults, something as simple as the flu can quickly turn serious, and sleep is one of your best defenses. The brain takes a hit too. Chronic short sleep is linked to memory problems, confusion, and a higher risk of dementia. That's because sleep is when your brain clears out toxic waste proteins that build up during the day. Skip that cleaning cycle too often, and those proteins start to pile up, affecting memory and thinking. And don't underestimate the emotional toll. Lack of sleep can heighten anxiety, deepen feelings of sadness, and make small frustrations feel overwhelming. It's not just in your head. Your brain's chemistry is literally altered by poor sleep, affecting mood regulation. One study found that older adults who consistently slept fewer than 5 hours a night had a significantly higher risk of early death compared to those who slept 6 to 8 hours. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's about giving your body the time it needs to survive and thrive. The good news, even if you've been shortchanging your sleep for years, improvements can happen faster than you think. When you commit to giving yourself enough rest, the kind that's deep and restorative, your balance improves, your thinking sharpens, your mood lifts, and your body thanks you in ways you can feel every single day. Number 5. The surprising risks of too much sleep. It might sound strange to think that sleeping too much could be a problem. After all, rest is supposed to be good for you, right? But here's the thing. Just like eating too much of a good food can cause trouble, overdoing sleep can actually signal or contribute to serious health issues, especially after when you regularly sleep more than 9 hours a night, not counting the occasional lazy Sunday or recovery after an illness. Your body might be telling you something's off. For some seniors, oversleeping is tied to underlying medical conditions like low thyroid function, chronic inflammation, depression, or early neurological changes that need attention. There's also a connection between too much sleep and an increased risk of heart problems and type 2 diabetes. Studies show that people who consistently sleep beyond the healthy range often have more trouble regulating blood sugar and maintaining cardiovascular health. And it's not because the sleep itself is harmful, it's because excessive sleep can be a symptom of deeper health imbalances that are quietly taking a toll on the body. Another surprising effect is on muscle and joint health. Spending too many hours lying still can actually stiffen muscles, slow circulation, and make it harder to get moving in the morning. For seniors, that stiffness can quickly lead to reduced mobility, which then makes it even harder to stay active and independent. And we can't ignore the mental side. Oversleeping can leave you feeling foggy instead of refreshed. When you wake up groggy despite sleeping in, it's often because the quality of that extra sleep is poor. You're drifting in and out of lighter stages without the deep restorative cycles your brain and body crave. Here's the bottom line. If you find yourself regularly sleeping far beyond the 6-8 hour sweet spot and still feeling tired, it's worth bringing it up with your doctor. The goal isn't to sleep as long as possible, it's to sleep well enough that you wake up ready to live your day with energy, clarity, and purpose. Number 6. Senior-friendly tips to improve sleep quality. By now, it's clear that the key isn't just about how long you sleep, but how well you sleep. And the good news is, you have more control over that than you might think. Even after, one of the most powerful things you can do is create a soothing nighttime routine. Your body loves consistency, and having a predictable wind-down process like reading a light book, listening to calming music, or doing gentle stretches sends a signal to your brain that it's time to prepare for rest. Light is another major player in sleep quality. Expose yourself to bright, natural light early in the morning. Open the curtains, sit by a sunny window, or take a short walk outside. This helps reset your circadian rhythm so your body knows when it's time to be alert and when it's time to sleep. At night, keep lights low, especially from screens, which can interfere with melatonin production. What you eat and drink also matters. Avoid caffeine after early afternoon, and be mindful of sugar before bed. Both can keep your brain too active to drift into deep rest. Instead, focus on a light evening snack if you need one. Something like a banana, yogurt, or warm milk, which can help promote relaxation. Gentle physical activity during the day is another secret weapon. You don't have to push yourself hard. Even a daily 20-30 minute walk can help you fall asleep faster and improve the depth of your sleep cycles. Exercise helps regulate your body temperature and reduces stress, both of which make it easier to rest at night. And then there's your bedroom itself. Make it a place that's inviting for rest. Keep the temperature slightly cool, choose bedding that feels comfortable against your skin, and block out excess light and noise. Some seniors find that using a white noise machine or a simple fan helps mask sounds that might otherwise wake them up. Finally, if you do wake up during the night, and chances are you will sometimes, don't panic. Instead of checking the clock or worrying about being awake, practice slow, deep breathing or focus on a relaxing image. Often your body will drift back to sleep naturally if you give it the chance. Improving sleep quality isn't about perfection. It's about making small, consistent choices that add up to better rest over time. And when you do, you're not just making your nights better, you're making your days brighter, sharper, and more enjoyable. Number 7. Sleep myths that seniors should stop believing. When it comes to sleep, there's no shortage of advice. And unfortunately, a lot of it is outdated or just plain wrong. If you've been living by some of these rules, it might be time to set them aside and make room for the truth. The first big myth is older adults need less sleep. Many people believe that once you reach your 70s, your body somehow requires fewer hours of rest. The truth? Your need for restorative sleep doesn't shrink. What changes is how you get it. Your sleep might be lighter or more broken into segments, but the total amount your body needs to function well stays roughly the same. Then there's the one about napping ruins your night's sleep. For some people, a nap too late in the day can interfere with bedtime. That's true, but short, well-timed naps, especially in the early afternoon, can actually help seniors stay alert, boost memory, and make up for small nighttime disruptions. The key is to keep it under 30 minutes and avoid drifting into deep sleep, which can leave you groggy. Another common belief is sleeping pills are the best fix. While prescription or over-the-counter sleep aids might help in certain cases, they can also come with risks, from dependency to dizziness and falls. More importantly, they don't address the root cause of sleep trouble. Often lifestyle adjustments, environment changes, or natural remedies can be more effective and safer in the long run. And finally, there's the worry: if I wake up during the night, it means I have insomnia. The reality is, brief awakenings are a normal part of the sleep cycle, especially as we age. What matters most is how easily you can return to sleep, and whether you're getting enough total rest over the course of the night. Letting go of these myths frees you to work with your body instead of against it. And that's when real, lasting improvements in sleep and health can happen. Conclusion: sleep isn't just a way to pass the hours between one day and the next. It's an active, essential process that keeps you alive, alert, and able to truly enjoy life. After 70, the way you sleep may change, but the importance of quality rest only grows stronger. It fuels your immune system, keeps your mind sharp, protects your heart, and gives your body the quiet time it needs to repair itself. Getting the right amount of sleep isn't about chasing some perfect number or comparing yourself to others. It's about finding your own balance. It's about tuning into your body's signals, noticing how you feel when you wake up, and making small, steady changes that help you rest more deeply. And here's the beautiful thing: it's never too late to start improving your sleep. Whether you're someone who's been struggling for years or someone who simply wants to age with more strength, clarity, and joy, every choice you make today, from turning off the TV a little earlier, to stepping outside for morning light, to creating a comfortable bedtime routine, is an investment in your future. When you protect your sleep, you're not just adding years to your life, you're making those years worth living, years filled with energy to play with your grandchildren, clarity to remember the details that matter, and health to enjoy the moments you've worked so hard for. So tonight, give yourself the gift your body has been quietly asking for all along: the gift of truly restorative rest.